Title: The Starlight Hour. Sarah sat in her car, idling on the quiet country road, her headlights illuminating a thick fog that rolled in like a living thing. The clock on her dashboard blinked 11:57 p.m. She should have been home by now. She reached for her phone, but the signal was gone. No bars, no service. Typical for this stretch of road. She sighed and glanced up, trying to see through the mist. But something caught her eye. A light. Not a star, not an airplane. A cold, blue-white glow, pulsing in the distance. It hovered, far enough away that she couldn't pinpoint its source, but close enough that it was unmistakable. A soft hum drifted in through the cracked window. "That's not right," Sarah muttered, gripping the steering wheel. Curiosity nudged at her, even as every instinct screamed to drive away, back to the safety of town. Another pulse, brighter now, and then silence. Without thinking, she threw the car into drive and sped toward the light, her heart racing. The mist seemed to part as she neared, the fog parting around the source of the glow. It was a massive craft, round and sleek, suspended above the ground, its surface gleaming like polished metal. The hum was louder now, almost a vibration that shook her bones. Suddenly, a beam of light shot down from the craft, engulfing her car. Sarah slammed on the brakes, but it was too late. The beam expanded, and her vehicle, her body, was lifted from the ground. She screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the hum. The ground below her seemed to fall away as she was pulled upward, the sky stretching into a vast, unearthly darkness. The world twisted. The car, the mist, the road, all of it disappeared, replaced by cold, sterile walls of metal and glowing, shifting colors. Sarah blinked and found herself standing inside a large cylindrical chamber. Her car, gone. Her phone, gone. Her body felt strangely weightless, like gravity had abandoned her. A figure approached from the shadows. It was tall, its skin a pale shade of gray, almost translucent, and its eyes, dark, endless, and unblinking, pierced through her. "Do not be afraid," the figure said, its voice smooth and soft, yet somehow wrong. "You have been chosen." "Chosen for what?" Sarah stammered, her breath quickening. The being tilted its head slightly as though considering her question. "For understanding, for the Starlight Hour." "Understanding what?" she asked, her voice shaking now. The figure raised its hand. The walls of the chamber flickered, revealing images, cities built on strange planets, beings of light and shadow, ships that bent space itself. The images filled her mind with flashes of knowledge, concepts far beyond anything she'd ever known. "For you to remember," the alien said, its voice growing faint, "that we are not alone, and never have been." Sarah's mind buzzed, overwhelmed by the torrent of foreign knowledge. It was too much, too fast. She clutched her head, her thoughts unraveling. And then, just as suddenly as it had all begun, it stopped. The hum, the glow, the pressure, all vanished. She gasped, blinking into the foggy night. Her car was back on the road, headlights dim, the world still and silent. The clock on her dashboard read 12:03 a.m. Her hands trembled on the wheel, but the road was unchanged, and there was no sign of the craft, no sign of the figure. But Sarah knew. She had seen what lay beyond the stars, and the universe would never be the same.